Hello, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah. I see that not many people have watched my previous video. Please go and watch it. It is so good. I'm gonna leave a little timestamp up in the corner. Super scary. I shot myself a couple times, I'm not gonna lie. So please go and leave, or go and leave. Please go and watch it if you have the time, you know. But yeah, I want to get into a new video today. What to watch? I don't know. I'm thinking. There's a really cool video by Mr. Nightmare that I really want to watch. Should we do it? There's also 6 strangest websites on the internet. Okay. Let's start off with the 6 strangest websites on the internet, and then we're gonna move on to the next one. Let's do it. Boom. It says, visiting the websites shown in this video is not advised. That's hectic. I do not take responsibility for those who decide to do so. Crazy. Don't go do it. I will, but you guys just, you know, don't do it. Let's do this. Let's go.
Beautyandchaos.com. Beautyandchaos.com is a website that was created back in 2003. The text on the landing page reads, "There can be great beauty in chaos." And after clicking the link, you'll be taken down an endless rabbit hole of seemingly randomly generated pages. Some of the pages look normal enough, but others contain mysterious images and strange dark messages. What makes this website so unusual is that every time a page is refreshed, a different version of the same page appears. In other words, no 2 website visits are exactly the same, and many people have reported that the deeper you go into the site, the stranger each page becomes. If you click on enough links, you'll most likely end up on a page with an unsettling message that links to even more pages on the site. Like this one, for example, with an odd paragraph addressing the reader as little baby. There seems to be some bigger specific narrative to the page order, but I couldn't really make sense of it. At first, it looks like every link leads to a page that shares a common word with the previous one.
Okay, we're gonna go back just to go and read that. Hello, little baby. What brings you to this world? Your life is beginning far, far from here, and yet you wound up with this. I'm not sure whether I should have pity or envy for you. Really had no say in the matter. More of a forced choice. A card from the hands of a magician. Get used to it, little baby, as fate deals the deck that will determine your destiny. And so your youth begins, as we believe it is our duty to make you feel welcome. I have no idea. Things like this, just like nothing. I have no idea.
Really makes sense of it. At first, it looks like every link leads to a page that shares a common word with the previous one, but eventually the order of the pages seems to become random. Disturbingly, some of the links opened pop-ups and prompted downloads that my computer instantly blocked. I didn't see what these downloads were, and I wouldn't recommend trying it. This was one of the creepiest pages I found, which alternated between a series of chilling messages like, "Life is simply a tangent on the way to death, and you're already dead." After clicking around on the website for a while, I noticed a small link in the bottom right-hand corner with the name Paul Grimkowski. The link leads to a blog with an introduction and an explanation for some of the website's features. According to the blog, Paul Grimkowski is an engineer at IBM and a web developer that created beautyandchaos.com as a way to willingly defy internet conventions. It says it does this by exploring the results that can emerge when a collection of images, words, sounds, puzzles, and thoughts are allowed to roam free on the internet. There's also multiple links on the blog that lead to some of the artist's other websites, but they all have
something that he didn't read there. Oh wait. It says here, Beauty and Chaos is randomly generated by an overly complicated mix of JavaScript, CGI, and HTML. or coded by hand in Notepad. It's different every time. That's very important. Like, it seems like he just created this cool website that generates random crap. And if it's not like that, then it seemed very random, just saying. So yeah, that's very cool though. Way to get people on his website. Clever bastard. Not gonna lie.
At first, the blog seems to clear up a lot of questions, but one question that isn't answered on the blog is, if all the pages are randomly generated, why are there so many pages with dark, creepy messages about death, pain, and desperate cries for help throughout the website? Enrix.angelfire.com. Although Enrix.angelfire.com was taken down back in 2018, many theories regarding the meaning of the site are still surfacing today. The homepage showed a picture of a woman in a doctor's coat next to a...
He just asked the question, why? Sorry, let me enlarge my face so you can see me better. Why is it largely on death and pain and stuff? I think things like that attract people more, don't you think? So maybe he does have algorithms that picks things like that. But I mean, would we be talking about this right now if it didn't do that? Think about it. If it was just fluffy bunnies and rainbows. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the reason why. Yeah, pretty clever. It's only a handful of people that's ever done things like that. Like created like random things that's gone super viral. Clever bastard.
Description of a disease called Enrix. According to the explanation translated into English, Enrix and Gomex syndrome are diseases that stem from a genetic mutation in glandular tissue cells. The strange thing about this website is that Enrix and Gomex syndrome don't actually exist, which has made a lot of people wonder about the real purpose of the site.
Maybe it does exist.
At the bottom of the page, there's a series of numbers that look like coordinates, which correspond to a street in Ontario, Canada, right next to a church, but there doesn't appear to be a connection between the website and the location. Eventually, people started noticing that there was a lot more to this page. For example, if you click on the picture of the woman, her face starts to get distorted. With every click, her face starts to take on a more disturbing appearance, and the text becomes corrupted until it's pretty much illegible. After clicking on the image 5 times, a page with a picture of a smiley face comes up. An eerie, distorted message on the left reads, "Please wake up, and thank you for visiting our website." On the site's navigation bar, there's a tab called Enrix that leads to an image of a blue key next to some corrupted text. Clicking on the key loops the user back to the home page, but there's another link at the bottom of the page that reads "Bypass login." The link leads to another page with a hidden message in the corrupted text that reads, "The dream is over, Tyler." Strangely, there's no other reference to this Tyler in any of the other pages on the site, but the page gets even stranger.
Do you think the video's about?
Below the message, there's a series of numbers which again look like coordinates. After searching on Google Maps, I found that the coordinates correspond to a seemingly random location at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. People have tried to make sense of this, but haven't really found a clear connection between the diseases, the coordinates, and the creepy messages scattered throughout the website. But what's most disturbing about this page is the chilling video in the middle of the screen, which shows a distorted image of a woman reciting a series of 3-digit numbers. I later found out that the numbers can be decoded using a table from the American Standard Code for Information Interchange.
Whoa, how the hell did you figure that out?
The message spells evident agenda. Many people have reported that the video was taken from an alternate reality game for the TV show Lost, but once again there seems to be no solid connection between the show and the rest of the page. The last tab on...
Let me know if you guys watch Lost. I know my mom used to, and then I watched it, and then I got into it for a little bit once they were on the island. That was pretty cool. And then, yeah, I didn't watch much, but it seemed pretty cool. Let me know if you watched it.
On the site's navigation bar is the contact page. The link leads to an explanation of internet browsers, and on the left there's a link that says Contact Administrator.
Oh, contact
If you click on the link, it takes you back to the home page, but as you might have guessed, there's something hidden in the link. After inspecting the link's source code, one person found a line in the code that reads, "Mail to Tyler." Some people have speculated that this is the same Tyler from the message in the login page, but there's no real evidence to confirm this. Enrix is a website that has caused a lot of speculation since its creation back in 2011, and people continue to discover hidden messages in the site to this day. Unfortunately, nobody really knows what any of them mean. One Reddit user did a reverse image search on the picture of the doctor on the homepage and found that she's actually a prosthodontist from a random dental clinic in Bangkok, Thailand. Strangely, there doesn't seem to be a particular reason why her image was chosen. Another user pointed out that whoever wrote the description on the homepage clearly didn't speak Thai and said that it's likely that the text was first written in English and then translated to Thai. It's unknown whether this is true. Another person found that if you click repeatedly on the blue key, it leads to a 634-page PDF in Thai about a mental health clinic that doesn't actually exist. I wasn't able to find it myself, but apparently the PDF belongs to an organization called the Department of Mental Health in Thailand. The connection between this organization and the fake diseases is still unclear.
Not fake, that's why.
While researching the websites in this video, I often notice many of them asking me to create an account or give them some of my personal information.
I think, just saying, is that those diseases are something that they've discovered or they're busy testing or caused by testing certain things in this place that's underwater in the ocean. Ooh, I like speculations. Love it. But seriously, what do you guys think? That website's weird.
This is obviously something I would never do on these kinds of sites, but it got me thinking who I can actually trust with my personal information. Even reputable businesses have data breaches or sell your personal information to data brokers for a profit. I mean, let's be honest, our personal data is out there whether we like it or not. You likely get multiple calls from unknown numbers or spam email and unwanted. Get your permission, you can spam email for people to use our.
There you go, check out Cogni in the link in the description. Actually forgot who we're watching right now. Chilling Scares. Yeah, go check out Chilling Scares. Like the video. And yeah, check out these link in the description. I mean, that's the whole point of this, you know? Go and support other channels. Do it.
South32.com. South32.com is a website for a so-called international film production company of the same name. Upon visiting the site, the disorganized layout and badly written description immediately come off as strange, but I wouldn't really describe the page as creepy, just a bit off-putting. The landing page is crammed with accusations directed toward two men named Graham Kerr and Andrew Mackenzie, claiming that the two men broke trademark by creating a phony spin-off company using the same name, South32, which supposedly belonged to a well-established brand already. According to the text, this destroyed the online visibility of South32.com. Throughout the site, there's also multiple mentions of a movie called South32, which is a real murder mystery movie that was released in 2016. From my research, the writer for this low-budget movie is a man named Luigi Bion, which interestingly is also the name of the real CEO of the South32 company, according to the information on the website. If you search for Luigi Bion online, you'll find suspicious news articles and videos of people praising his work and achievements, but the videos seem acted and obviously scripted. It was later found that Luigi Bion is not a real man, but a fake name used by a man named Saeed Yom Tobian as a cover-up in one of the most notorious domain squatting schemes of the century. It's estimated that Saeed bought almost 80,000 domain names, almost identical to the names of other large organizations, and used them to redirect to South32.com. For example, he owns usaarmy.org, and upon entering it into Google will redirect you to South32.com. Once he bought the domain names, he was known to upload cryptic messages and disturbing text and images to the site under the other company's names. This would eventually force the companies to either sue or buy the domain name at an inflated price, which is exactly what he tried to do with South32, a multi-million-dollar mining company based in Australia. The mining company refused to buy South32.com and instead used the domain name South32.net. 1 year later, Yom Tobian released his film and used the same name for it. Allegedly, he did this to have legal justification for owning that domain name and avoid getting sued. But if you search for Saeed Yom Tobian online, you'll find that several companies such as Fox Group, Playboy, and Bank of America have already sued him and won. Considering how expensive it is to maintain 80,000 websites, which can easily cost hundreds of thousands of dollars annually, it's hard to know why Saeed Yom Tobian would do something like this. Some people have suggested that it might not actually be just him behind all of this, and that the cryptic messages hidden in some of the sites leading to South32.com might be encoded instructions for the transporters of an international ring of people trafficking others. Other theories suggest that it's all a massive marketing ploy for the South 32 movie, but it wouldn't really make any sense to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to promote an unknown, low-budget movie that was released 7 years ago. For almost 10 years, people have tried to make sense of South32.com, but haven't really ever gotten a solid answer.
Yeah, that's very strange. I don't know what it could be. Just like thinking about it, like, that's super clever though. I always said, like, I wish I thought of flipping buying domain names that could be successful one day. Yeah, so it would be rolling in the dough. But nope, too late. Now it's all been done, and I should have done. Wait, I used to have. Sorry, I just want to check something. Oh. Sorry, I'm just doing some research that you're not allowed to see. No, I'm joking. Let me show you. Okay, so I just wanted to check, because there was that TV series. I thought it was a movie, but it's a TV series called Extant. I just wanted to check if they had a website called Extant, but they don't. So basically, before this series came out, I used to have Extant clothing. I called it Extant. It was a brand. I was looking for a name for a clothing brand, and I came up with Extant, which was, according to the dictionary, the opposite of extinct, which to me just sounded so cool. Like, just made sense, Anyway, so I registered those domains, and I'm pretty sure I had extant.com as well. Ooh, sorry. I think it was extant.com or something like that. I'm sure I had those, but maybe not, obviously. 2 seasons came out. Hectic. I never watched it. Because I thought they ripped off my name, so I was very upset. No, but anyways, yeah, let's get back into the video. Going into Gandalf.com. Let me know again, what do you guys think that random South 32 website is? Very random. That guy sounds super dodge, I'm not gonna lie. But anyways, let's keep going. Gandalf.com.
Gandalf.com is a website with a single image of a painting of a creepy woman at the end of a long wooden hallway on the homepage. After clicking on the image once, a message pops up that reads, "Gandalf is busy, please go away." If you click on the image again, it brings up the link to an email address. Some Reddit users have reported sending emails to that address to ask the website owner about the website's purpose, but nobody has ever gotten a response back. Using the Wayback Machine, I was able to see some of the previous versions of the site. From my research, the first capture of the site's current version dates all the way back to October of 2000. Apparently, the domain has been active since 1998 and used to belong to Mitel, a Canadian telecommunications company. But the domain was later bought by the current website owner, and the site has stayed exactly the same for almost 23 years. Usually, random sites like these tend to get taken down after the owner stops paying for the domain name.
Yeah,
as
that's
I said
very
before,
strange.
the site has been up for almost 23 years. It's unclear why someone would pay to keep a website like this up for so long and never respond to the emails that users send to the listed address. Many people think that the website owner only bought the domain name in the hopes of selling it to the trademark owner at a higher price, which was very common in the early days of the internet. This is obviously illegal, but the fact that the site went up after it was announced that the Lord of the Rings saga would be turned into...
Is that illegal? I didn't know it's illegal. I've only heard great stories about people doing that. Like when I say great stories, I've heard of people making thousands, if not millions, having certain domain names registered to them, and then the people want them and they sell them. Why not? You're going to make a lot of money. I don't see how that's illegal. Maybe it's illegal now, but I'm sure back in the day when it just started becoming popular, I'm pretty sure it wasn't illegal. But who knows, eh? Yeah. Let's keep going on with the video. I'm trying to think, like maybe you have to respond to this guy with a specific saying for him to respond, or ask the right question.
Into movies makes this a possible theory, though it hasn't been confirmed whether this is actually the case. 973 EHTNAMUH973.com.
That's such
this
a random
much more
address.
Disturbing and complex website. The website's name is actually the words "the human" spelled backward, and upon visiting it, you'll be met with this upside-down triangle showing one letter being removed from the word abracadabra in each line. The first couple of pages on the site are a little strange, but not exactly creepy. But as you go deeper into the site and start to navigate the links hidden in each page, the more unsettling the images and text become. With over 100,000 active pages on the site and very little explanation for each one, it's almost impossible to know exactly what the purpose of this site is. There seems to be pages upon pages of mathematical equations revolving around the number 9, as well as
definitely the Illuminati.
Bible,
look at all the triangles.
Hinduism, Egyptian mythology, and occult spirituality. The equations, which are sometimes expressed in mysterious images and number grids, seem to be some sort of complex mathematical proof, but with so many pages, it would have been impossible for me to make sense of them all. After a while, I came across a link that led me to the website's public forum. This is where it gets a bit disturbing. Some of the language the site members use on the forum is pretty cryptic, just like the rest of the site, and there's a lot of posts by users thanking a man named David Dennison for enlightening them and setting them free. I later found out that David Dennison was a British surrealist artist who was obsessed with numerology and the occult. He was the owner of the website, and although David has been dead for 9 years, the website has continued to be updated, and the forum is still very much active. The mysterious artwork scattered throughout the site were all painted by him, but it's hard to see a clear connection between his art and the equations and the religious references I found throughout the site. The most disturbing message I found on the forum was posted recently by a user named White Rabbit, who claims to have had an epiphany after solving the site's complex numerical puzzles after 5 years of studying the website. The message reads, "I will be frank, I spent at least 5 years studying this website and spent a lot of hours to guide myself through this maze. I can tell you the results, but it is dangerous, and there is a side effect that affected me in a strange way. David Dennison, the creator of this site, was more than just a mathematician, linguistics, artist, and occultist, but someone that is very, very versed in alchemy. This site was a puzzle, a maze, with a series of dead ends and one path to navigate through it. Yet the ironic part of it is one of those puzzles where you start at the beginning only to end up at the beginning. The only exception is that you have the key to the puzzle, which was right in front of you the whole time, and it makes perfect sense. I won't post the result here only because it works too well. I am happy to answer any questions and pertains to this site, but if you want to know the answer, I will not be accountable for any side effects that come after. Epiphany seeks the devoted."
What?
Not a lot is known about this site,
Message him.
but many people have claimed that the forums are used as a way to recruit people into a cult, which some of the forum's users have confirmed. If you choose to visit this site, be careful not to give away any personal information on the forums. I wouldn't recommend registering as a member either, but make sure not to use a login and password that you use for other sites if you do.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. But I do want to know the answer.
ObsidianSnow.net is a website that was created in 2014. The site is linked to another strange
sounds
website
familiar.
that has received a lot of attention in online communities called Hecate.net. The homepage is pretty much just a black background and a triangle made up of 6 white circles.
I'm so interested in what the answer is for that website, and I wonder what it could do to you. Just sounds so, I don't know. You have to be intrigued by things like that, don't you think? Like, see, I've got this mentality where things, to me, can only affect someone if they're not strong-minded, if you know what I'm saying. I don't want to go into it, but I've got a very strong mind in certain ways. Look at me, kind of fat, obviously, but that's like I'm addicted to food, which is annoying. But other than that, I'm quite strong-minded, I think. So things like that, like I don't think it will affect me at all. Other than them stalking me, what am I going to do? you know. But yeah, I don't know. I'd love to know the answer actually, but I'm not going to go register. That's just stupid.
When I clicked on one of the circles, it led me to a page with dozens of links to other oddly named pages, and I ended up on a PDF of what seems to be some sort of graphic novel. Some of the other pages contain symbols that downloaded various types of files to my computer after I clicked them. Although most of these files were password protected, many people have been able to access some of them and have reported finding disturbing images of human skulls, sound files with creepy noises, and random videos with no apparent meaning hidden in the files. There doesn't seem to be a solid explanation regarding the purpose of the site, but some people think that there's a hidden message in some of the puzzles. It's unclear whether this is actually the case, but the amount of attention this site has received over the years suggests that there might be more to this website than meets the eye. One of the links I clicked led me to a page with images of bingo cards with Spanish names. After clicking on the image of the spider, animations of ants and spiders started crawling across my screen. It appeared to be some sort of game, but I couldn't really figure out what the page was for because the PDFs were password protected. From what I was able to see, ObsidianSnow.net is a collection of pages featuring cryptic puzzles and downloadable files containing everything from diary entries, random stories, cryptic poems, ritual instructions, strange drawings, and unsettling videos and images. It's unclear whether...
Is this because people are bored? Is that what this is? Like, do people get like super bored and then create stuff like this? Maybe this is people's... normally you have to, like, when you do your studies and stuff, you have to create a website at the end of your studies, and it needs to, like, have a certain number of pages, whatever, and then maybe they started it, and they're like, oh, this was fun, let's do more. You think maybe that's what happened?
ObsidianSnow.net is just a puzzle website made for entertainment, or if there's something more disturbing going on.
I don't know. Great video. Chilling Scares, go subscribe, as you can see. Yeah, that was awesome. I enjoy things like this. Very crazy. I don't know if I'll ever go to any of these websites because I hardly do that, but I love hearing things like this. And it makes a person think, like, is there secret messages behind it? And if there is, what would it be? Is it for the only super clever? But then you're not going to get a lot of people going through the... Yes, I'm basically saying most people are dumb. But anyways, I'm one of them, don't worry. Yeah, I enjoy things like that, man. That was cool. Very cool. Very, very, very cool video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And if you haven't yet, go watch my previous video. It's going to be right up here or right up there. Most probably up here. So please go and check that out. Or if you haven't, go and watch that one because I think that I've got two. So watch both of them, please. I will see you guys on Thursday for the next video. And don't forget, I'm going to live stream this weekend, hopefully, I think Friday. We're going into Sons of the Forest. See you guys then. Cheerios. Goodbye.